Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are filing into Alumni Stadium. They'll look between the field hockey lines, perhaps underneath the Musco lighting that's been imported in, and hope that there will be a party in the moons. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets taking on the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football. Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Boston College lined up, ready to kick off and get things going. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Yellow Jackets offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
To the air, it's King. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Boston College's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse,
and this is going to be an incredible match. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level.
Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the boot, looking for his man. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
pressure. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That's caught. It's Haynes. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Get it out on the screen. Sweet cut there. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, give on the inside. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Trying to get the corner. Oh, he's got some space. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Yellow Jackets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now you've got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's King. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass on second down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's James. Grabbed behind the line.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away.
On to punt it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's King. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down to 26.
Well, the quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Patterson. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. We've got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Dropping back, it's James. Bringing the heat. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Richard.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that 1st. Why not give it to him again?
On the ground, it's Richard. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bond. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's James. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that 1st.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to throw again. Looking for the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Eagles. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And right down the middle. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw. It's King. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The lone back's got it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Yellow Jackets need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Haynes.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
Back to throw, it's James. Going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
With myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And the Golden Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll run the sneak for it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Handoff from the gun. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's James. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Caught near the sticks. It's Richard. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Run in the red zone. It's McDonald. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back has it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boston College.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in, got that sucker to the ground.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's King. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
To the air on first down. Looking left. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Franklin. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Golden Eagles are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the 1st.
BC back to work after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you can tell, maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason there was an inaccurate throw.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's James. Setting up the screen. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Rutherford. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the air, it's King. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And these quarterbacks really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing this inside and that cornerback D going the other direction.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Franklin. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Golden Eagles come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Boston College putting together a very efficient. To the air, it's James. That's reeled in, it's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Richard. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Franklin. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. They got it. It's blocked. Scoops it up, and he's going to try to take it back.
That time, what a surge right up the middle of the field. They were able to get penetration and block the kick.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Give to the running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To throw, it's Kane. Got a man, it's Rutherford. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. And give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. It's Harris. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's James. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Looking to throw on third. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boston College!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's how you take advantage of great starting field position, moving in 27 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Got the quick completion. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's King. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing outbreaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there, and you just didn't see it.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Haynes. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Of 10. And that's a first down for the offense. Number 33.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll start the third quarter with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Fires left, and it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And the Golden Eagles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Working that wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They booted away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. To the air, it's King. The throw. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He makes a catch. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Scanning the field, it's King. Scrambling away. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Harris. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The RPO, it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Makes the grab. It's Bond. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 4.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling. Defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Takes it on the return. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down. Pulls it in. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's King. Right on the money. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picks up the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Yellow Jackets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Takes a handoff. It's Haynes. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Patterson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Picks up 7. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Kane. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he got there.
And the Yellow Jackets are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He'll set up to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They didn't look to push it downfield, and the running back not quite able to get to the sticks.
Yeah, but I don't mind the decision. I like giving it to my guy and trusting him to make a play and get the first down. But now it puts me in a different situation. 4th down. Do I want to go for it? What do I want to run?
Oh, the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Gonna run it. It's Richard. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Golden Eagles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just Couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
They'll run play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bond. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
BC back to work after picking up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They'll try the run. Showing off the arm. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Unloads quickly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
He does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Power football with the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Power stroke. Touchdown, Eagles. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, ball, and punted away. Count on your defense, not this guy.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Back to pass. It's King. Flips it out in the flat. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They'll send the back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Quickly out to the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Golden Eagles can really attack on this second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
And the nice thing about late in the football game, when you have the lead, you kind of know the defense will get aggressive. You might get some man coverage. They get it to their receiver out wide. I love the run after the catch. He's got such playmaking ability. That's a big first down for this offense.
Quarterback keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking for a man. It's James. Good timing on the quick out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Fires to the big fella. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Now on first down from the 28. The give to the tailback. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bond. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Touchdown, Boston College. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Card in the backfield. It's Rutherford. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, no mystery there. Third down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's King. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his target down the middle. And the Yellow Jackets will keep this drive going. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Off play action on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the ground, it's Haynes. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. To the air, it's King. Quickly to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Catch in the middle, it's Haynes. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Trying to slam in. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
With a deficit like this, unless you just want to get your field goal kicker some work, you might as well go. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fitted in the window for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So the 16-play drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's James. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. BC back to work after picking up the first down. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.